A very good day, dear students. Welcome to today's online class. In last class, we have seen exercise 8.3. In that, we have learned trigonometry ratios of complementary angles. So now we are moving to exercise 8.4, which covers trigonometric identities. So first, what is meant by identity? Yes, we know that an equation is called an identity, which is, when it is true for all the values of variables involved in the particular identity or particular equation. Similarly, the identity involving trigonometry ratios is called trigonometric identities. So what are those trigonometry ratios? We know 6 basic trigonometry ratios, that is sine, cos, tan, cosecant, secant and cot, right? So now we are going to see what are the identities we have in exercise 8.4. So first three basics identities there in the trigonometry. So first one, cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. This is the first identity. And second one, secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. And next one, cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. So these are the basic three trigonometric identities. From these three, we are going to derive supplementary identities. So we can solve sine value from this equation. Yes, if I want sine value alone, just you take this cos square to that side, it will become 1 minus cos square theta. Isn't it? So now if you want only the sine value, we don't want square. How can we remove the square from one particular term? Is obviously by taking the square root on both sides. So now if you take square root on both sides, the square and root will get cancelled. You will get only the sine theta, which is equal to, you will get square on the next side. So root of 1 minus cos square theta. So sine theta is equal to root of 1 minus cos square theta. So now we have derived sine value, right? Same way we can derive cos value also. So what is cos square theta value? 1 minus this plus sine, if bring it to that side, it's become minus sine square theta. Same. Cos value alone, if you need, what we supposed to do? We have to take a square root on both the sides. So now after taking the square root, you will get cos theta is equal to root of 1 minus sine square theta. So these four will be called as supplementary identities of this first identity. Next we are moving to second identity. What is the second identity? Secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. So can we derive secant value, tan value from this identity? Yes. If you want only secant value, just take this tan square to that side. It will become 1 plus y plus, here we have minus. So 1 plus tan square theta. Again what we have to do? If you want secant theta, take square root on both the sides. It will become 1 plus tan square theta. So if you want tan square theta value now. So now actually we have minus tan square theta, right? Just you write minus tan square theta. 1 minus this plus secant, if you bring this side, become 1 minus secant square theta. So we don't want minus tan value. We want plus tan value. So how can we convert this minus tan to plus tan? Is by multiplying minus on both the sides. If you multiply minus on both the sides, it will become tan square theta is equal to this plus 1 become minus 1. This minus secant square theta changed into plus secant square theta. So this is the value of tan square theta. Tan square theta is equal to minus 1 plus secant square theta. So tan theta value, what is that? Same way, by taking the square root, which is equal to this, we can write in this way, secant square theta minus 1. Just I am changing the order, nothing else. So tan theta is equal to root of secant square theta minus 1. So we have derived supplementary identities of second one. Same, we are moving to third one. So for our convenience, can we convert this one? Cosecant square theta is equal to 1 plus cot square theta, right? So what is the cosecant value? This root of 1 plus cot square theta. So cosecant square theta is equal to 1 plus cot square theta. So what is cosecant value? Cosecant theta is equal to root of 1 plus cot square theta. The same procedure what we applied for both, first basic identity, same thing we are following over here. So now if you want cot theta value, from here you can derive. If you want cot square, can we take this plus 1 to this side? It will become minus 1, which is equal to cot square theta, isn't it? So now just I am taking this plus 1 to that side. So you will be receiving cot square theta value. So now cot value, what is the cot value? Cosecant square theta minus 1, root of cosecant square theta minus 1 is equal to cot theta. Do you understand? So here we have 3 sets of identities. These 3 will be called as basics identity and these will be called as supplementary identities. So by using this identity only we are going to solve exercise 8.4. Just make a note of it, children. Okay children, so now we are in exercise 8.4. Second question, write all trigonometry ratios of angle A in terms of secant A. So this question we are going to represent all trigonometry ratios in terms of secant. So except secant theta, remaining we have to convert. So what are those remaining ratios? Sine, cos, tan, cosecant and cot, except secant theta, right? So first one, just you think in terms of secant. Which one we can directly write in terms of secant? Yes, that is obviously cos theta. Why? Because cos is the inverse function of secant. So now I am starting with cos. So what is cos A? Cos A is equal to 1 by secant A. So we have represent cos A in terms of secant. So if you know cos value, we can derive sine value. Just think about the identities, from which identity we can derive sine value by using the cos theta. Yes, obviously that is which one? Cos square theta plus sine square theta is equal to 1, right? So what is the sine value? Sine theta is nothing but root of 1 minus cos square theta, isn't it? So now here I am going to apply in place of cos, that is 1 by secant A. So now sine theta is equal to root of 1 minus 1 by secant A the whole square. Why I am using whole square over here? Here we have cos square value. 1 by secant is cos value. So just you write 1 by secant A the whole square. So now what is the next step? The square is common for the numerator as well as this denominator. Just separate the root. 1 square divided by secant square A. Secant A the whole square or secant square A, both have the same meaning. So no need to worry about it. So now what is the 1 square value? This remains 1. So now just consider this is 1. Denominators are not equal, right? So to make equal denominator, what we have to do? Either LCM or cross multiplication. Here I am going for cross multiplication method. What is the first step? Multiply the denominator. 1 into secant square A. Secant square A. Again secant square A into 1. Secant square A minus 1 into 1, 1, isn't it? So next step, this root is common for both. So by using root of A by B, what is root of A by B? It's nothing but is equal to root of A divided by root of B. So we can separate the root, right? That formula I am going to apply over here. So which means root of secant square A minus 1 divided by root of secant square A the whole square. So already I have told you secant square A or secant A the whole square both have the same meaning. So now this root and square will get cancelled. So what is the sine theta? Sine theta is sine A is equal to root of secant square A minus 1. Just you mentioned sine A. Why? Because the given angle is A divided by secant A. So we have found sine value in terms of secant. So what is the next ratio? Tan. Tan A is nothing but sine by cos, isn't it? Sine A by cos. So we know already sine value as well as the cos value. Cos value. So what is sine? Secant square A minus 1 divided by secant A. So what is cos? 1 by secant A. Can we cancel secant A, secant A? So what would be the tan value? Root of secant square A minus 1, which is nothing but tan A. So we have represent tan in terms of secant. So what next one? Cosecant A. Cosecant A is nothing but inverse function or reciprocal function of sine. You just write the reciprocal format of sine, which is equal to cosecant. So what is cosecant A? Secant A divided by root of secant square A minus 1. And last one, cot. So already you know cot is inverse function of tan. So what is the tan value? Root of secant square A minus 1. So what is the reciprocal of this value? Is nothing but 1 divided by secant square A minus 1. So we have found all the trigonometry ratios in terms of secant. So just I am explaining again. Just listen here. So we have represent cos in terms of secant. Cos A is equal to 1 by secant A. Once you found cos value, we can easily derive sin value by identity. What identity? Cos square theta plus sin square theta, which is equal to 1. So what is the sin value? Sin theta is equal to root of 1 minus cos square theta. So just you substitute in place of cos square 1 by secant A the whole square. If you simplify, you will get sin A is equal to root of secant square A minus 1 divided by secant A. So once we have found cos value and sin value, we can easily form tan. Tan A is equal to sin A divided by cos A. Just you substitute the value. Why I have cancelled the secant A? Just listen, this is one term and this is one term. Both are combined with the division. This division, while converting into multiplication, what will happen? This term will get reciprocal. If it get reciprocal, it will come like a secant A by 1. So now secant A we can cancel. For that only I have cancelled directly over here. Next, what's the tan A value? Root of secant square A minus 1. So now next identity, also next ratio is cosecant. Cosecant is nothing but inverse function or reciprocal of sine. Just you reciprocate the value and write that is equal to cosecant. Cot, same way, cot is a reciprocal function of tan. Just reciprocal the value. What is that? What is the reciprocal of 2? It's nothing but 1 by 2, right? The same way, reciprocal of this is 1 by root of secant square A minus 1. Okay, ma. So now we are in third question. The question is evaluate sin square 63 degree plus sin square 27 degree divided by cos square 17 degree plus cos square 73. So we are going to evaluate this question. So we are going to find values of this one, right? So first one, we don't know the value of angle 63 degree, 27, 17, 73. So what we supposed to do? Just you can go for complementary angles. As I said in the previous class, if you don't know the value of angle, we can directly move for the complementary angle. So what is the procedure? If we have two terms, we are going to convert one term as a complementary angle. Here you see numerator and denominator. In numerator we have two terms and denominator we have two terms. So in numerator, change any one term as a complementary angle. Same way in denominator, you can change any one angle as a complementary angle. So first I am going to take this 63. What is the complementary angle of 63? Can we write 90 minus 27 is equal to 63? Isn't it? So just you replace sin square 90 degree minus 27 degree plus sin square 27. Let it be sin square 27 divided by, here that is your wish, you can take any number. Either 17 or 73. Here I am going to take 73. So what is the complementary angle of 73? 90 minus 17, isn't it? 90 minus 17 is equal to 73. So first term, cos square 17 degree, let it be, plus cos square, this 73 will be replaced by 90 minus 17. So now just you see sin 90 minus theta. What is the value of sin 90 minus theta? Sin 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. So cos 90 minus theta is equal to sin theta. So we know already this complementary angles, right? So now sin square is there. Nothing to worry. Just you can write sin square means answer will be cos square. Cos square means answer is sin square. So sin 90 minus 27 can be write cos square 27 degree. Yes. So next one, sin square 27. Let it be. Okay, so divided by this cos square 17, just you keep as such, plus what is cos 90 minus theta? Sin theta, but we have here cos square, so it will become sin square 17 degree. So now you can find any identity over here. Just you consider 27 angles are remain same. So cos square theta plus sin square theta. Just keep in mind theta should be same for both the terms. Here also 27 and here also 27. What is the value of cos square theta plus sin square theta? It is equal to 1. Okay. So same cos square 17 plus sin square 17. This also in the form of cos theta plus sin theta. Here theta will be 17. Here also 17 and here also 17. Both are same. So can be replaced by 1. So now 1 will get cancelled, which is equal to 1. Okay. So now fourth question in exercise 8.4. The question is choose the correct answer and justify your answer. So they are given question. For that question they are given 4 options. So now first we are going to find the answer for that question. Question is secant A plus tan A into 1 minus sin A. What is the value of secant A plus tan A 1 minus sin A? So this kind of questions, first you convert the given identity in terms of sin and cos for our convenience, right? So first secant A, how can we write in terms of sin and cos? So secant is nothing but 1 by cos A, right? So plus what is tan A? How can we write? Yes, it's nothing but sin A divided by cos A. Okay, so this term already is being given in the form of sin. Let it be. So now here just you check cos A, denominators are same, right? Here we have addition symbol. So if denominators are same, directly we can add the numerator. For example, 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4 is being given. What are you supposed to do? Directly we can write 4 by 4. Same way I'm going to do over here. 1 plus sin A divided by cos A. Just I have added this 2 terms. This is 1 term. So now 1 minus sin A. Here no, that is no denominator. Can we keep it as 1? If no symbol has been mentioned in between 2 terms, what is the meaning of that? Yes, it's nothing but multiplication. Okay. So how will you multiply the fractions, ma? 3 by 4 into 2 by 6, for example. How will you multiply? Directly we can multiply numerator into numerator. 3 2s are 6 divided by denominator into denominator. 4 6 are 24. Same way, multiply numerator into numerator divided by denominator into denominator. So 1 plus sin A into 1 minus sin A. You can find any algebraic identities. Can we use any algebraic identities over here? Yes. A plus B, A minus B. Can we take? What is the formula for A plus B, A minus B? A minus B into A plus B is equal to A square minus B square. Just you see, in place of A we have 1. Both place we have 1. Sin A, sin A. So in place of B we have sin. Only the changes is symbol. So directly we can use this algebraic identity. A plus B, A minus B is equal to A square minus B square. So now it will become A square. What is A square? 1 square minus what is B value? Sin square A divided by 1 into cos A, cos A. So what is the value of 1 minus sin square A? So what is the value of 1 square minus sin square A? From identity can we derive? Cos square A is plus sin square A is equal to 1. So cos square A is equal to 1 minus sin square A, isn't it? So can we replace this 1 minus sin square A by cos square A? 1 square is nothing but 1, isn't it? So now I am going to replace this 1 minus sin square A by cos A is equal to cos square A. 1 minus sin square A is equal to cos square A divided by cos A. So cos square A can be write cos A into cos A. Yes, cos A into cos A, which is equal to cos square A divided by cos A. Why I have changed? We can cancel numerator and denominator, which is equal to cos A. So this is option D, which is given in your textbook. So the value of secant A plus tan A into 1 minus sin A is equal to cos A. So what is the first step we have done over here? Changed all the trigonometry ratios in terms of sin and cos. Secant can be written 1 by cos A plus tan can be written sin A by cos A. So now the second term already is given in terms of sin. So let it be. Just denominators are same. You can add the numerator. This becomes 1 plus sin A divided by cos A. So next step, multiplication of 2 terms. 1 plus sin A, 1 minus sin it is the form of A square minus B square. A plus B into A minus B, which is equal to A square minus B square. So 1 square minus sin square A, 1 square value remain 1. So let it be. This 1 minus sin square A we can convert as a cos square A by using this identity. So cos square A can be written cos A into cos A. So 1 cos A get cancelled. So remaining answer is cos A. So here same fourth question, fourth subdivision. The question is 1 plus tan square A divided by 1 plus cot square A. We are going to find the answer for this identity, this question. So here just you check it out. Tan and cot. We have relation between tan and cot. Cot is nothing but inverse function of tan. So first step, I am going to convert this cot theta in terms of tan. So what is cot value? Cot theta, cot A is equal to 1 by tan A, isn't it? So just you write cot square A is nothing but 1 by tan square A. So 1 plus tan square A, let it be. Nothing is there, can we consider as a 1? So both the terms combined with addition. So what we supposed to do? Yes, obviously that is cross multiplication. 1 in tan square A, tan square A, tan square A into 1, tan square A plus 1 into 1, 1. So this is one term and this is one whole term. Both are in division. So the division should convert it into multiplication. What will happen? The second term automatically will get a reciprocal. So now 1 plus tan square A into, if reciprocal means this will come in the numerator. Tan square A divided by this will come in the denominator. 1 plus tan square A. Can we cancel 1 plus tan square A, 1 plus tan square A? So what will happen? This will become 1. So 1 into tan square A, tan square A. This is option D, which is given in your textbook. Okay students, so now 8.4 fifth question we are going to see in next class, which covers proving on trigonometric identities. Hope you understood till fourth question in exercise 8.4. We'll meet you in the next online class. Thank you.